everyone! Welcome to week 2 of distance learning. This week we're going to continue discussing similar figures, and today we're going to talk about the perimeter of similar figures. So, perimeter is actually really easy because the ratio of perimeters is equal to the scale factor. Or another way to think of this, a new perimeter over an old perimeter equals a new side over an old side. Remember, new over old is scale factor. So, for example, if we look at this, here's an example. Let's say two triangles are similar. The larger triangle was made by doubling the dimensions of the smaller triangle. If the perimeter of the smaller triangle is 20, then what is the perimeter of the larger triangle? Whenever I have word problems like this, I like to draw pictures so I can try to make sense of them. So there's a smaller triangle, and there's a larger triangle. Okay? And the dimensions of the bigger triangle were made by doubling the dimensions of the smaller triangle. That actually tells us our scale factor. So the larger triangle was made by doubling the dimensions of the smaller triangle. That means our scale factor is 2, or 2 over 1. Doubling is a scale factor of 2. Whenever it says what you're multiplying one shape by to get to the other shape, that's scale factor. So if it said it's tripling or it's being multiplied by 3, then your scale factor would be 3. If it said it's being multiplied by 5, your scale factor would be 5. So in this case, since we're doubling, that's the same as multiplying by 2, so our scale factor is 2. Now it's also giving us the perimeter of the smaller triangle. So this smaller triangle, the perimeter is 20, and then this larger triangle, I don't know the perimeter. Okay, when we solve these, we're going to use proportions and cross multiplying, and we have to pick which one is going to be new and which one is going to be old. So I'm going to make this new, the smaller one, and this one old, the larger one. Okay, so my scale factor, 2 over 1. Uh-oh, I just noticed a problem. If my scale factor is 2 over 1, 2 is a bigger number than 1. So really, with a scale factor of 2 over 1, I have bigger over smaller. Scale factor is always new over old, so I actually can't make this new and this old. Because if I do it that way, it would be small over big, but my scale factor, I have the bigger number on top. That means my bigger number is new. So my bigger triangle is new, my smaller triangle is old. It actually does matter in this problem which one you make new, which one you make old, because it has to match your scale factor. So we're going to do new over old. So I don't know this one, I'm going to make it x over 20. Equals the scale factor, 2 over 1. Then I cross multiply that, and I wind up with x equals 40. So my perimeter is 40. On your homework tonight, don't write units or x equals or anything. You'll just write the number 40 if this was your problem. Okay, let's look at another example. This one's a little bit different because it's not a word problem. It actually gives us a picture. So we have two rectangles, 3 and 12, and we know this perimeter is 26 and this perimeter is, we don't know. So 3 is actually this side here, how long it is, and 12 is actually this side here. Now in this one, since it doesn't give us our scale factor, I can decide new or old, but I'm still going to make the big one new and the little one old. Since I ran into that problem last time, I'm just always going to make the big one new and the smaller one old. So, new 12 over old 3 equals perimeters. So perimeter, I don't know. The other perimeter is 26. I have new over old, new over old. I cross multiply this. So I do multiply my diagonals, and then I divide to get x alone. and I wind up with 104. So that means the perimeter of the bigger one is 104. I can just write 104 if this was a homework problem. Let's look at one more example. So the last example says the triangles below are similar. Again, this gives us a picture. It doesn't give us a scale factor, just gives us a picture. I don't know the perimeter of this one. I do know the perimeter of the larger one. This side is 5, this side is 15. I'm going to keep with the bigger one being new, the smaller one being old. So we have new over old. So I'm going to do 15 over 5, new over old, equals 48 is on my bigger one is my new, over, I don't know my old, I'm making that x. And then we go ahead and cross multiply and solve this. And when you do that, you get 16. So x is 16. That means the perimeter of this smaller one is 16. On your homework, you would just write the number 16. All right, I hope this makes sense. If not, please email me. Have a wonderful day.